Alright guys, Kazoo71 here, Ark Survival Ascended. Today's the 20th, Ragnarok came out yesterday, late last night sometime. I work, so I was sleeping. I ain't got time to stay up. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I have a full-time job. So, my plan here was to get up and do some videos on this, but as always, full-time YouTubers probably have about 50 videos out already on everything on this map. So, all I'm going to do is do a quick fly around. Now, on the last two maps, I did a side-by-side. And I see that some other people have already done side-by-sides this morning. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to fly around. I'm going to jump on. We're going to look at the map. I'm going to look at a couple of spots that I love. This is my favorite map. And this is almost everybody's favorite map. So let's take a look at it, guys. And let's go ahead and load this. Now you got to download the DLC if you didn't do it. Make sure you do that. Because if you don't, you'll do what I did and go to play it. And then you'll realize it ain't there. So we're going to load quick. It's going to be fast. I'm just going to use the character I already have. I'm going to type in a name, and I'm going to change this later. And then I think everything should be set already. The way I have it all set. Yeah, everything's set. So it's the same as I normally do. So the only thing is the hair here. I don't think let's do the hair real quick. Alright, so normal spawn points. They should all have the same ones, guys, as normal. So we're going to do Jungle 1 because that's this one down here. It should be around here somewhere. Let me just see. Highlight it. It's up here. And then Jungle 2, 3... And then you're going to have Viking, which is going to be these guys. I don't know why they're all green. They shouldn't all be green. They're not all easy. And then you're going to... Yeah, Highlands is easy. That's where the Gigas are. And the Wyverns. All easy. Dude, these are not all easy. Anyway, we're going to do one. We're going to do Jungle 1 recommended. We're going to spawn in here, guys. All we're going to do is cheat fly. We're going to look around real quick. And then I'm going to play this game. I'm going to delete everything I do so I can play it normal. Gonna spawn me on the water here. Oh, I know where I'm at. Okay, so there's some boxes here and stuff. I know exactly where we are. We're gonna take a look at this. I'll probably do some side by sides anyway, even though other people have done it. So like I said, we're gonna do a couple cheat fly, and then we're gonna get up in the ground, and we're gonna do another cheat fly god. Oh, cheat god. Okay, and then one more cheat and stats. Boom. Let's make sure they're there. Alright, so anyway, so here's the spawn point. This is that one little spot I built here before. We made one of my first games I did here. So let's go up here. We're going to take a look at, see, this is the kind of beachy area where a lot of people start at. It's right by Viking Cove. Viking Cove is right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly around. We're going to go towards Viking Cove first, and we're going to see how this looks. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn all this garbage. We'll get off the fog, and we're going to get off the clouds so we actually see the map. Okay, so now we have it. We can see it. Griffins do spawn there, so we're going to take a look around. So we're going to kind of go slow. This is I built here, me and my daughters, when we first played this game. And then let's get over here. This is that one area where somebody beat me up on PvP. It was pretty funny. And let's get over here to Viking Cove. Up here. This is where one of the caves are. The artifact cave is right here. See if it's still here. Where's the water? There it is right there. So there's Viking Cove right there, guys. Now the artifact cave is down here, and it looks like it's still in the same spot. It don't look like anything's different. So I'm not going to mess with this. I don't want to go through this whole thing and show you guys. I just want to show you it's still here. Let's get out of here. We'll just look around the outside of the map. So as far as Viking Cove goes, let's see if this bridge is still here. They've actually almost connected this. So this is like a big gap on the normal Ark Survival Ascended. I mean Ark Survival Evolved. So you can't actually do this. It's a big spot. So but on here it looks like they've connected it. So you could actually build across there, and you could actually take that spot. That's a good thing to do in Viking Cove down here. And that Silica Pearl cave should be down here if it's still here, unless they moved it. Let's see. It is right about here. Where is it at? Is it here? Did they move it? I don't see it. Anyway, somebody will probably be like, you just missed it. This is way shallower than it used to be. There's the ship. There's the Silica Pearl Cave. Here we go. So right here, it's still there, it looks like, guys. I don't know if there's Silica Pearls in there, but there's a sunken ship. And then there's the Silica Pearl Cave. If you don't know what I mean, that cave's got a ton of Silica Pearls if you need them. Alright, so let's look over here. There is another cave that is always here. Let's see if it's still here. Yep, looks like it's pretty good. Let's look in the water. Still the same. A little bit of changes in here. A little bit of coloration, some added stuff, some added plants and stuff, mushrooms it looked like. Pretty cool. So let's just take a look, see? Kind of dim in here with the stuff. It's kind of hard to see. Alright guys, so let's, I just pulling my HUD off so we don't have that in the picture anymore, but as you guys can see, this is that little cave down here. Kind of looks the same, so let's get out of here. Let's go out here to Viking Cove. And there is Viking Cove. Alright, kind of the same area here. Let's get up here on this hill. I want to look at the that cave down there is there. Let's look up here and see this spot where the Spinos and Baryonyx spawn. There's a berry right there. I can see them. There's an Anky. It's pretty cool. Just gonna look here real quick. Now over here, as you guys know, this is where the otters spawn. There's usually a couple of otters in this little cave right here. Take a look in here. It looks the same. Not really much of a change. There's some salmon in here. There's those big bad elephants. So out here, just take a look, see? There we go. Alright, let's get up here. Let's take the top of this mountain here. This is where the snow and the penguins are. There's like a Sarah or whatever up here and some raptors. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I don't see the penguins. Oh, there's one. He's chasing that raptor's chasing them. Yeah, there they are. They're being chased by raptors. Alright, let's take the bear cave out. Bear cave. Let's see how we got it here. As you guys know, this is one of the artifact caves in here as well. And for the most part, guys, this don't look any different than it's always looked. Penguins in here. Like I said, this is the big bad bear cave. That's pretty cool. They changed the crystals in here. Alright, and back over here is where that entrance to the artifact is, back in here. Somewhere in there. Right up in here. Boop. Boop. You can go through here. This is where it's at. And there's the hole. They still have the hole there to get in and out. That's cool. Alright, so they didn't change that at all. Let's head over here to the castle. So, there's the hill. There is the castle. It looks a little different. I do want to look down here real quick. There's the elephant guy. Usually Rexes and stuff spawn up here. Let's see if there's bats in the castle like normal. Yep, a lot of bats. They are there. Check them out. Okay, we out. I'm not messing with you guys. Alright, so up here, same still. Nothing looks different up here. That bridge still looks the same. It's still broken. See, there's 2 beaver dam lakes over here. There's that one. This one's connected. I consider that one. And then the other one's over here. Same deal. Nothing changed. Alright, and then this way, we have the Spino Trench. Or quite a few Spinos spawn down here. And this looks the same as well. They do have that path to get up and down here. Right there. Doesn't look any different to me. I mean, the graphics are different, but it's the same map, man. I don't know why it took so long to release this. It don't look any different. Remember when Ragnarok first came out, they had the artifact was in here. Not in here anymore. Now it's in the Labyrinth Cave. We'll go check that out in a second. Let's go over here to the caves, see if the caves are still here. Alright, there is a build cave in here. Let's see if it's still here. Not in that one, it's in this one. Boop. Where you at? Up, nope, down. I always get these confused. Might not be here anymore. Here? Huh. Did they move this cave? Wow, I don't see it. There it is. Alright, it's still here. I just a little turned around. So this cave is still here, guys. There's that one entrance there. There was always two entrances to it. Did they take one away? Yeah, I think that's what they did. The other one was over here. Yeah, it looks like that's why I'm having trouble. They took one of the entrances away. Nope, there it is. It's right there. So there's the one. Nope. Scratch me, I'm wrong. There, yep, there's one. Right here's one. And this goes up here, and then the other one's down here. So both entrances are still there. I just was missing it. Alright, volcano. Hello, guys. Hello, Rexy. I might not do a dino wipe. There's some cool colored dinos on here. I want to, before I hit the volcano, let's look over here real quick. Yeah, it looks kind of the same too. Alright, volcano. Shoot them up. It's the base of the volcano where the... What is that? That's cool. This is where the manas and the scorpions and stuff all spawn in. I'm not seeing any. What's that? There's the snakes. There's the manas. What is that? Oh, a pyromane. Okay. So they got pyromanes over here now. If you have that. And here's the top of the volcano, and it looks dry, guys. What the heck? Is there a cave here? Oh my gosh, they put a cave over here. That's interesting. A cave in the volcano, guys. I didn't know this was here. I don't think this was here before. So, there's a cave. Let's look at the map just so you guys know where I'm at. I'm on the volcano. Up here. Yeah, I'm not down here. I'm up here. Alright. Interesting. Why is the volcano not erupting? Maybe it erupts every now and then. We'll have to check that out. That'd be cool to see if anybody knows if that's going to erupt if you've been playing for a bit. Let's look over here in the Megalanias. This is where the Megalanias spawn. Right up in here. And I'm not seeing them. There they are. They're there. Okay, it's one of the Megalania spots. Alright, so let's go through the Wyvern Cave. We're going to go through the back side of it real quick. As you guys know, if you played Ragnarok, you got two entrances to this part of the Wyvern Cave. We're going to go through this. This is the very dangerous one, but we're going to go through it anyway. Because I got God mode on. We're good. There's the Wyverns. There they are. There's where the nests and stuff are, all up in here. Okay, and then there's usually one here. There's a couple in here, but I don't see any nests right now. And then you got this exit out here. This is the other side of it. So this is the big side, and then you have this bigger trench over here with all the wyverns. So, like I said, it don't look any different. There's a pyromane in here now. That's going to be an issue. You got the little side cave here, the little hidden cave that usually has a nest in it. This one does right here. Sometimes there's a nest in here. Don't see any. Yep. Haven't seen one nest yet. Well, that's funny. I'm going kind of fast though. Alright, let's head out of here. Let's head back to the Highlands. Now this is where your Gigas spawn. And it looks like pyromanes are going to spawn here as well. Quite a few of them if you have that mod or have that paid DLC. Yep. Gigas spawn up here. This is usually a spot where you'll see them. Up in the Highlands. Let's see if the bush is still here. Or the, excuse me. Oh, there's one right there. So that would be a Giga. It's this guy right now. And then there's a cave here. This cave's still here. Yep, this cave's still here. It's cool. Up we go. Alright, and where's that little... There's a building here that has plants in it. It is right here. I don't see it though. I know somebody's going to be like, you just missed it, but it's here somewhere. There's that little bridge. It's usually right here. They might have taken it off. Anyway, I don't see it, guys. It's usually right here. Alright. So let's go across here. Let's see if these whales are still here. I don't see the whale carcasses. Oh, is that one? Nope. Alright, we don't see them. Oh, there's one. There they are. They're still there. Still got the basils on the beach. That's cool. Let's check out the lighthouse. There's the lighthouse up here. Ah. The old lighthouse is missing. Nope. Nope, it's over here. I'm on the wrong spot. The lighthouse is right here. It's not here. Oh, there it is. There it is, guys. Lighthouse is here. So, it looks like... I don't remember this much stuff. Where's that cave? That cave is over here. Cave still here? Yep, this cave's still here. The pillars are different. Cave is still. This part over here, I don't remember this. I don't think this was here before. I think it ended here. This looks like it is completely new. There's another beaver dam lake. Yeah, this is new. This was never here. They added. This is the first thing they added. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Let's look around. See what's here. Maybe this is where your bisons are. There's another lighthouse. There's some more of those elephant guys. There's another lighthouse they added. Here I am on the map. This whole section is new, guys. This was never here before. I don't see anything on the beach, any more caves or anything, but this is cool. Another section. They gave us more map. That's interesting. Little island over here. You want to build on the island in the dangerous spot? Here you go. Alright. Weird. This whole thing is new. That's cool. Bottom of the map. Well, excuse me. You guys know what I mean. Top left of the map. I always call it the bottom. Alright, let's head this way. Let's go to the red obelisk. So there's where it ended before. That's all new. This is where it ended before, and this was all deep water here. Let's see what it looks like down here. Don't look the same. It's where I used to tame the mosies. Always mosies over here. Alright, let's get up here. Red obelisk. Red obelisk looks kind of similar. Spot looks similar. The trees, the little water, all this stuff looks very similar. It's not much of a change. Let's follow the little creek up to the artifact cave. There's the artifact cave. Let's see if it's still in here. Huh. Did they move it? Where's the artifact? The artifact is right there. I don't see it. Alright, I'm missing the artifact. I don't know if the artifact's in here again. This is where one of the artifacts was. They may have moved it. Unless you got to get through there somehow. I don't see the artifact. No, this was always the easy artifact. Alright, let's head out and let's see if the beavers are out here still. Okay, follow up here. There's a bear. Should be beavers in here. And right there. There's a bear. Not seeing any beavers. Okay, maybe they just not. Oh, there's one. I see one right there. There's a beaver. So they are still here. Alright, let's go up here. I'm sure Thylos are still in here. Let's check this little lake over here out. See if it's still here. Yep, still there. Alright. This is still here, guys. Let's go into the ice wyverns. Now, there's usually an ice wyvern nest. Where's the Wyvern Trench? Over there. Ice wyvern nest is up in here. I have to refine them all. Usually one in these trees here, and there's one over here. I'm not gonna go looking right now. But this is where they spawn. There's a cold spot that frozen gets murder snow. There's the wyvern. There they are. You guys got a nest in here? Your nest still here? Hello. Hello. There's usually a nest right up in here somewhere. We'll figure it out later. I'm not going to play with them now. But they are still there. Same spot. Alright, desert guys. Let's check out the desert. And there will be 2 more spots and we'll be done. Desert area. Let's head on down here. This looks kind of similar. Let's head to the labyrinth. Ooh, this looks different. Alright, we're going to have to refine the labyrinth. They changed the rocks. Well, I guess that'll be a task to find another day. It's in one of these rocks. Yep, I don't see it. So you guys know how it goes. It's in one of these rocks. Is that labyrinth cave. They may have adjusted it or changed it a little. Oh, they got these guys on here now. Cool. Alright. Interesting. Alright, let's look for the death worms and the Giga area. Oh, these guys are all over the place. That's cool. Gigas spawn up in this area here. So do the death worms. What is this? Another new spot, guys. Check it out. This is a new island they added. There was nothing here before. This was all water from that red obelisk on. So they added one up there and they added one here. Wow, they look at RGs are here too. That's cool. Any building here? Probably. Wow. Good job, Wildcard. You guys actually added a lot of stuff. This was all water before. Here we are on a map. This whole thing was water. This was never here. This wasn't here and this wasn't here. So they made Ragnarok even bigger than it was. Might be another cave down here. Yeah, more to explore, guys. Cool. Alright, up we go. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. Alright, desert area. Let's skirt the desert real quick. These little islands were always here, these little things. Let's just spin around. Wonder if that crystal spot is still out here. There it is. Let's see if that crystal spot's still here. No. It looks like they changed this. This is not an end cap with crystal in it like it used to be. There's the oasis. Yeah, there used to be crystal right there. What is this? Oh, it's here. Here it is, guys. Crystal spot. It's here. They just changed it. They rearranged the way it looks. Alright. Over here is usually a drop. There's another oasis here. Little island here. Huh. Looks like they added a few oil veins. There weren't that many there before. Let's hit the desert village. Or desert city. Still here. Yeah, looks the same. Let's look inside. My daughter built on here in one of our games. Yeah, cool. Alright, bridgey. Oh, that's different. Okay, this was actually a bridge before, not just a land bridge like this. It was actually a made bridge that was broken. So they did change this. There's that little island that was in the middle. Now here's where the thylos and the rock elementals usually are. And let's check it out. And we'll go hit the trench in just a second. I just want to see this part too. There's RGs here as well. Yeah, thylos are right up in here usually. Quite a few of them. Carnos. I don't see any yet. I'm not looking that good, but I'm sure they're still here. Oh, that's different. This was a ramp you could walk up and down before. That's gone. I'm not seeing any thylos. That's cool. RG. They put these Sarah guys all over the place over here. I'm sure the thylos are still here. I'm just not seeing them. everything else is still here. All right. Okay, let's do the trenchy, and then we'll come back and do the cave. So here's the trench, guys. This is that one that follows all the way up, and when you get up to the top here, you get up to this spot up here is a cave with a bunch of crystal in it. Let's see if it's still here. It's right in here. Look at that morella tops. That's cool colors. Yep, still here. Cool. Okay. So they added stuff and took a couple of things and moved them. Alright, here is the area where gigas can spawn as well. Little lake down here. And then we have the wyverns. But before we do the wyverns, let's do the cave. I got to see if my cave's still here. The most important cave on this map, actually. Let's see. Let's see if it's here. Ah, like they changed it. It is here, but it looks different. So it's not a complete walled off area like it used to be. You used to be able to get into it right here. Oh, here it is. Look, yeah, they changed it. Wow, check it out. This is cool looking. They did a good job. Okay. By the way, if you want to know where this is my favorite spot to get crystal. Here I am on the map. Alright. Latitude 85.4, longitude 50.6. Okay, so it's still here. It's just different. Alright, up we go. There's an island out here. I don't recall this island before. This is another new island they added. Alright, so we're going to head this way and look like another island out here. This is another new one. Yeah. 2 new islands out here. So that's 4 new islands so far, guys. Alright, in this area here, this is what I like to call the crazy spot. This is like Carno Peninsula type island. There's also a little cave right here. Let's see if it's still here. This one has crystal in it and it has a little obsidian, but they opened it up. It is not the same as it was. There was gold in here, a little obsidian, or gold and crystal. It don't look like as much in here as there was. There's a little bridge. There's usually Megalanias here. There they are. Quite a few Megalanias over here. Still there? Yep, there they are. They're still there. Alright, let's do this thing. Let's go check out these wyverns. Alright, let's see if they're still here. Alright, Wyvern Trench. This is number 2 Wyvern Trench. This is the southern one. And I haven't seen a single wyvern. Oh, there they are. Never mind. Let's go in here. They're here. Let's go in this cave and see. Alright, here we go. Megalania's in here. Oh, these are Aberrant Megalanias, guys. Check it out. Why would you want to come in here to tame one of those? Huh, that's funny. What's back here? This is new. This is added. It's an Aberrant zone. Look like they added a little bit. That's cool. The nest's usually up here, but look at all the Megalanias, man. That is crazy. There's an egg. No, is that an egg? Ooh, look, it looks different. Alright. But there's one egg. There's only one way in and out of here, so it's always the same spot. You got to come back out to the front to get out. Let's head out. I just want to see if it was still here. It's still the same way. You can come up here. There's a little cave up here too. Another way out. Boop. We're out. Alright, so that Wyvern Cave is still there. Still looks the same. We'll check this out in a second. Let's hit Jerboa Island real quick. I want to see if Jerboa Island is still here. Look underwater real quick. Cool. Alright, Jerboa Island is this island right here. I don't see any Jerboas. There's one. Hello, little Jerboa. Jerboa Island is still here. Okay, so this is still here, guys. And then over here is the other sand spot where they usually have quite a few thylos. Sabers. Walkway still here. Terror birds. Yeah, I remember terror birds spawn here. You can also get rock elementals here too. There's a Thylo. Okay, they still spawn here. That's cool. I'm just seeing what they added and changed. This little spot still looks the same. Usually a little trench over here. Yeah, it's still there. Alright, cool. That's still there, guys. A little island here with the little lake. I actually tamed a basil in here one for it. It spawned in there. It's kind of funny. Alright, we got this little spot here. This is where my island was. I built on this island right here. Use this water. This is different now. It definitely looks different. So, yep. Look up here, the little crossways. If you want to do on land, when I used to do it, I just come across here and walk across here. That's still here. Still possible. We're going to hit those in just a second. I do want to look at the green ob, and then we'll come back up. So let's see this area up here and see if these beavers and stuff are still up here. The walkway's still there. And then here is the Beaver River area with the Rexes and stuff that spawn here. There's the beavers. They're still here. Cool. Everything's still here. Alright, one more cave up here. Let's check it out. See if this guy's still here. Looks like it. Yeah. Still here. That's pretty cool. Oh, they got glow bugs in here. Oh, there's featherlights in here. Check it out, guys. They put aberrant creatures on here. Woo! Besides just the aberrant things, they have aberrant featherlights in here. What's that noise? Pillows? Compies? Wow, man. Featherlights. That's cool. RGs. Need to make an RG trap around here somewhere. This is the other cave to the other side of the Wyverns. There it is right there. Let's see this one. Kind of blocked off. Kind of ugly looking in here. There's an ugly. I ain't messed this cave up. Put a lot of stuff in it. The Wyverns are right out here. Alright, let's head out. Whoop. Me out. Alright, we out. Alright, green ob, let's check it out. The pillar, these guys are still here. Let's see if this thing under here is still here. This little cave right here. Yep, still there. Anything in here? Nope. Wow, they did a good job on this map. I got to give it to them, man. They really did this one proud. All right, we're going to head that way in a second. Let's head up to the little Herbivore Islands, I call them. So there's the sand. Yep. Okay, there's my 3. All right. Now, these are the Herbivore Islands up here that you can build on that I mess around with quite a bit. They have changed. There's a little lake. This one's the one that had all the metal on it. Like tons and tons of metal. Still got some. Yeah, that's right there. They're still there. Let's see if these are over here. Yep, still here. And then these. Still there. We're going to check out the big metal spots too. It looks like these are still there. Still metal all over the place. Cool. Coolness. Third one. That one's different. That's new. Alright, let's check out the third one. They put another lighthouse here. The plant's still here. Yeah, the same area is still here. Alright, this is all different kind of. Change this around a little bit. This is not or was not like this before. They added to the swamp area, it looks like. There's a Rex over here. Interesting. Okay, we're going to head. This used to be just nothing but water. A little bit of land here, like a little hop, skip, and a jump where you could walk across here. It had like a little island up to this one. Right here. And then this is all new. So this was like where the swamp ended here. And then went to that island. And this was all swamp. Yep. So this whole thing right here I'm facing, that's another new one. That's 5 they put on for sure. 5 big new islands. There's the big new gator. Alright. We're going to change the time real quick. Alright. Alright, anyway, so this whole thing's new. This was here before. This was where the swamp, kind of the baseline of the swamp. This whole area is different. And then when you come in the swamp, this is definitely not here before. That's definitely new as well. There are wyverns down here. Why are there wyverns down here? What in the world? Ah, they got me. Anyway, there must be some wyvern nests here or something. Look at this guy. Poison wyverns in the swamp. Boy, they just made that difficult, huh? This is no longer a safe area. Let's go over here. Let's see if they added anything to the top of this mountain, because this had nothing up here before, just bald. Oh, they got some metal up here. That's cool. Okay, green obelisk area. This is where some griffins spawn. I haven't seen a griffin yet. There's one. Ooh, that one's cool looking. That almost looked like my colors. I might have to come tame this one. Oh, leave me alone, dude. No. I'm just checking you out. Don't kill me yet. Alright, let's see if this cave's here. Is it up here now? Yep. There's cave still here. Okay. So that one's still there. Up toppy. This is all snow now. This was not snow. This was grass before. The snow ended right here. So this is all new that they put snow this way, which is interesting. The walkway is still up from the green. And the bridge definitely looks different. I do want to see one more thing before we go. Let's look down here. There was a cave. There it is. Right here. This one's still here. Okay, this cave's still here. Alright, then you guys know that. We went and flew that earlier. Let's go up here. This is the chaos area. There's always nothing but chaos right here. Yep, still there too. Alright, there's a couple of oil things down here. There used to be. I don't know if they are. We're not going to look right now. There's one. I see one. So they're still there. And this is the trench. We'll hit the snow in just a second. I do want to look down here. Ooh, they changed this. It's different. Alright. Very different. Okay. That's still similar. This part was like the spot where people, like the most defensible spot on Ragnarok. And then down here, let's see if Old Cave is still here. Looks like it. Yeah. There's a cave right there. You break those rocks and there's oil and not oil, but obsidian and stuff in there. Obsidian and metal. Okay. Beehives and stuff up here. This is where they spawn. Theories and stuff. There's a Rex. There's the bear cave we went inside a while ago. That's the other side of it. We're not going to go back in there. Just heading back towards the blue obelisk now. Cool. Now over here there was a little island. Yeah, it's still here. It's where me and my daughters built on before. They changed this up. This looks a little different. This is not the same as it was. It's pretty cool though. Before it was way out here and that was just all shallow water you could walk into. This is one of the spawn areas where everybody would just take over and just kill everybody who tried to spawn in PvP games. It's ridiculous. Blue obs still the same it looks like. Alright. And we got to check out the main area, guys. We got to look at this cave because everybody loves this cave. Two entrances to this cave. One's down here and one's up top a little bit. Let's go in the bottom one first. So we'll go through here. See if I can make it in. Yep, same deal. It is different in here. I'll go up the top a second. Did change this? Anything in here? No. But there used to be a hole up here. You can still get out. Yeah, you still can. So this is still similar. It's darker in here. They still have a walkway in or not? There's the walkway. And you can still get out. I'm guessing. Oh, that ends right there. That's the wrong one. I took the wrong path. Hang on. I did that before. This is still kind of similar. Right across here and out into the woods. Yep, same deal, guys. And this one, if you want to know, is right here. There's the coordinates, 20.4, 23.6. But there you go, guys. It's a little different. They did change a few things, but some of it is very much the same. Viking Cove, still kind of similar. They added a couple of islands. I don't recall this being here before. What's this one? Yeah, there's another little island way out here. I've never seen this. This is a new. There's nothing out here before. So, let's see, did we hit the whole map? Pretty much. I didn't check out here, but there was islands here. That's new. That's new. This whole area is new. Right here. All new. So they added quite a bit, guys. The map is pretty cool. I'm sure the trench thing out here is still the same. Where the I can't remember where it is. I think it's out here, where the Tusos are, and there's an obelisk out here. I mean, a thing. What do you call it? Artifact. Probably out here somewhere. We'll find it. It's up there somewhere. It's that way. Yeah, it's way over here. Let's look real quick. Past the swamp. Pretty cool. I mean, they did a good job. It looks nice. Oops, too far. That whole thing that they added right there is pretty cool, though. Down. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. I'm not going to go looking for it, but it's down here somewhere is where that artifact is. I'm sure somebody will find it. Somebody will map out all the artifacts, tell you guys where they are. We looked at a couple of caves to make sure they're still there. They are. So there you go, guys. We're going to end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. It definitely looks a lot better than the other one. They did a good job. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.